Welcome back to Inner Element. I'm Mike Gideon, Customer Technical Services Manager at Materion, and today I will be discussing brazing of copper beryllium parts. So brazing is one of three methods that use liquid metal to join two pieces of solid metal together. Welding is done at temperatures above the melting temperature of one or both of the parts, and the joint is complete when the liquid interface solidifies. Now in soldering and brazing, the parts to be joined remain solid throughout the entire process, and the liquid filler metal with the lower melting temperature is used to join them. So if this filler metal melts below 800 degrees Fahrenheit or 425 Celsius, then this is called soldering. And if the braze or filler metal melts above 800 F 425 C, but below the melting point of the solid metals to be joined, then this is defined as brazing. So furthermore, in brazing, the filler metal is already drawn into the flux-filled gap between the parts by surface tension, and in soldering, the filler metal is already in place. Now, to make matters more complicated, sometimes brazing is confusingly referred to as silver soldering, but we will be sticking with the definitions I just illustrated above. Now, the high temperatures associated with brazing may overage and soften copper beryllium. So if this happens, the parts must be solution annealed, water quenched, and re-aged to peak strength, while taking care not to melt the metal in the braze joint. However, if brazing is done above the solution annealing temperature, and the parts can be cooled quickly enough, then they are essentially solution annealed by the brazing process. So then the standard precipitation age hardening process will bring the parts back to peak strength and hardness. Now, here are some other things to keep in mind. First, the parts should be degreased and cleaned prior to brazing. AWS3, AWS4, or AWS5 fluxes should be used depending on the exact circumstances. Any residual fluxes left on the surface after brazing should be removed to avoid potential corrosion issues. And lastly, in order for the filler metal to be drawn into the gap during brazing, the clearances at the brazing temperature, not room temperature, should be uniform in the range of 1.5 thousandths to 3 thousandths of an inch, or 0.04 to 0.08 millimeters. So thank you for listening, and please feel free to reach out to me or any of my team members with any questions. See you next time.